أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Understand Al Quran the Easy Way, Course 5, page 16.30. Surah Al Baqarah, verses 111 and 112. We saw each juz has been divided into 4 parts and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, we studied in QC2, covering 37 ayahs of Surah Al Baqarah. The next 5 pages, 6 to 10, we studied in QC3, covering 39. The next 5 pages, 11 to 15, we studied in QC4, covering 29 ayahs. And the last 5 pages of the first juz, 16 to 20, now we are studying in this QC5. And inshallah, we will complete first juz in this QC5, covering 36 ayahs. The first juz, it has 141 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah, which will complete inshallah in this QC5. Let's to keep the pointers on the left hand, the page 60. First pointer is abrogation, second, don't question, third is wish of the peoples of the book, fourth is paradise for Jews and Christians only. Let's to keep them on the fingers. Abrogations, don't question, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. Once again, abrogations, don't question, wish of the peoples of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. The brief pointers for the page 16s are abrogation, question, wish, paradise. Abrogations, question, wish, paradise. Today we are going to study the fourth pointer of the page 16, that is paradise for Jews and Christians only. The link with the previous verses is, before this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised Muslims not to worry about enemies, but to focus on doing the good deeds. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقالوا لن يدخلوا الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربي ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. And they say, none will enter paradise except one who is a Jew or a Christian. That is their wishful thinking. Say, bring your proof if you are truthful. Yes, whoever submits his face himself to Allah and is a good doer, then his reward is with his Lord, and no fear will be on them, nor will they grieve. Let's identify the words coming in these ayahs. Wow, waw is a harf. Kalu is a madi verb. Kala, kalu. Lan is a harf. And it's called harf nasib when it comes before mudare. It changed the dam of mudare into fatha. It was yadkhulu, mudare verb. Yadkhulu, there was dam. Lan came, it changed into fatha. So it became lan yad. This is the word change. There is a meaning changes, two meaning changes. One, mudare meanings fixes now to the future. We can't now translate into present. As we say yadkhulu, he enters or he will enter. But now we cannot say he enters. We will say he will enter. And second change, it will be strong negation. He will never enter. So that is the act of lan, which is an amil the agent which is acting on this word, changing the meaning from present to fixing future and giving them strong negations in the meaning. Al-Jannata, Alif Lam is telling is an ism, Ronta telling is feminine, is a single, and of course is proper because Alif Lam. Illa is a harf. Man is a ism. Ismi masla. Kana is the madi word. Hudan is a ism because taneen fatatan is there. Aw is a harf. Nasara is again is a ism. Some says actually it was the uh, village where the Hazrat Isa al-Islam born. It's called Nasara, so that called Nasara. Some say no, the followers of Hazrat Isa al-Islam who helped him, they are called Nasara, mean the helpers. The next is Tilka. Tilka is a demonstration on Ismu Ishara, feminine for distance. Amaniyu. Amaniyu is a ism and plural. Amani is a singular. Amaniyu is a plural ism. Hum is a zamir. So ism plus ism is murakkabe idafi. Kul is a amr. Qala yakulu kul. So it's an amr verb. Hatu. Hatu it madi. Hata from hata hatu. Burhana. Yes, it's an important word. We will see it's an ism, by the way. Kum is a zamir. Burhana and kum making mada. But burhana is not the three-letter verb. So far, we studied three-letter verb called salasi mujarrad or salasi mazid fi. Among the mazid fi even, when look, allama 4-letter. In the madi first one, 4-letter. Asaba 4-letter. Aslama 4-letter. Tadabbara again is 5-letter. Istaghfara 6-letter. But root letter of them all are 3-letter. Allama and lamim is the root letter. Hasaba ha sin ba is the root letter. Aslama sin lamim is the root. Istaghfara ghain fa ra is the. Because they are 3-letter verbs. Basically, they are 3-letter called salasi. When they are only 3-letter, we say salasi mujarrad. When the extra letters come in madi first form, then we say salasi mazid fi. There is another category of verbal nouns that are called the 4-letter verbs. Their actually root letters are 4. They are called rubai mujarrad and rubai mazid fi. This burhan is actually from the rubai. It's not from salasi, it's from rubai. Its root letter are ba, ra, ha, nun. Ba, ra, ha, nun. The 4 letters root letter. This is not we have studied so far. We were studying till now. All the 3 letters were salasi mujarrad or salasi mujarrad or salasi mazid fi. First time we are looking in a word which is 4-letter verb. Its root letters are 4. Ba, ra, ha, nun. Okay. The next is in is a harf. Kuntum, it's a madi word. Kana, kanu, kunta, kuntu, kuntum. So it's from the madi word of kana. Sadiqeen. It's a file. Sadaka, yasduku, sadiq. Sadiq from plural sadiqun and sadiqeen. So here the sadiqeen has been used. The next word is bala. Bala is again a harf. Harf tambi or harf is the jar. Man is a harf. Sorry, man is a ismi masula ism. Aslama, it's a verb. Of course, it's mazid fi, but 3-letter. Aslama, yuslimu aslim. Mazid fi babi fa. But what is the root letter? Sin lam, 3-letter. Wajha is a noun. Who is a ism? So both are ism or noun. So ism plus ism murakkabi idafi. Lillahi, li is a harf jar. Allah is a ism jalala ism. Lillahi jar majur. And the next waw is a harf. Huwa is a zamir mean pronoun in ism. Muhsinun is an ism because there is double damat or damatan. As it is starting with the mim with the dhamma, so it's mazid fi. Asana yosenu asin mosenun mosanun ahsan. So it's from the mazid fi coming as a fine because it's coming with kasra below the letter from the last letter. Fa lahu three letters. Fa harf la harf who is a zamir ism. So ajru is a noun. Who is a zamir ism? So both are ism plus rakabida. Inda is a ism. Rabbi he. Rab is coming as a majur. So inda and Rabbi making jar majur. But at the same time, Rab is mudaf because he is coming another ism majur after it, which is mudaf. So it's mudaf and mudaf. It's jar majur at the same time mudaf and mudaf. Waw is a harf, la is a harf, khawfun is a ism because there is dammatan, tan'een. Alayhim, ala is a harf, him is a zamir ism, alayhim jar majur. Wife is a harf, la is a harf, hum is a zamir ism, yahzanun. Yahzanun is a mudari verb. Hazina, yahzanu, ihzan is the fail verb. Okay. Let's to have another look on the same ayah. Waw is a harf, qalu is the madi verb, lan is a harf, yadkhula is a mudari verb, al jannata is an ism, feminine, singular, proper noun, illa is a harf, man is a ism, kana is a madi verb, hudan is a ism, aw is a harf, nasara is a ism, tilka is a ism, amani is a ism, hum is a zamir ism, kul is a amr, fail verb, hatu is a madi verb, burhana is a ism, and of course rubai. Kum is a zamir ism, in is a harf, kuntum is a madi verb, sadiqin is a file. Bala file means the ism. Bala is a harf, man is a ism, aslama is a madi verb from babi ifal mazid fi. Wajha is a ism, who is a ism zamir, li is a harf, Allah is a ism jalala. Waw is a harf, huwa is a ism, muhsinun is a ism. Fa is a harf, la is a harf, who is a zamir ism, ajru is a ism, who is a zamir ism, inda is a ism, of course is zarf. Rab is a ism, he is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf, la is a harf, khawfun is a ism. Allah is a harf, him is a zamir ism. Wa is a harf, la is a harf, whom is a zamir ism. Yahzanun is the mudari verb. Let's to look the lessons from these ayah learn. Mere wishful thinking does not take anyone to Jannah. The conditions to enter Jannah are to have ikhlas or the sincerity and to perform the deeds according to the Sunnah. Look, new words in each line, 1, 2, 2, different, on average less than 2 in each line. Let's to go word for word in the phrase for phrase translation and the explanations of that. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa and qalu, they said, Lan yadkhula, never will enter al-Jannah, the paradise, illa except man kana hudan, who is Jew, or Nasara, the Christians. Tilka, that amaniyuhum, their wishful thinking. Kul, say, hatu, bring, burhanakum, proof your, in kuntum, if you are, sadiqin, truthful. Let's to see the explanation. Everyone can claim that they alone can enter Jannah. The Jews and Christians did the same, even though they had lost the connections with the true guidance. Quran says, bring your proof. Just claims or wishful thinking is not enough. Alim. Now kindly somebody revise. Yes, Sumaira Bashir, you have raised and please, if you want, you can revise. Unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullah barakatuh.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa qalu, and they said, lan yadkhula, never will enter Jannah, the paradise, illa except man kana hudan, who is a Jew, aw nasara, or a Christian. Tilka, that, amaniyuhum, is their wishful thinking. Qul, say, hatu burhanakum, bring your proof, in kuntum, if you are sadiqin, those who are truthful.
Good. Let's to take the next ayah. Bismillah. Bala, yes, man whoever aslama submits wajhuhu, his face, lillahi, to Allah, wa huwa, and he is muhsinun, and he is a good doer. Falahu, for him, what is for him? Ajruhu, his reward. Where? In the, with Rabbihi, his Lord. Wala, and not, often fear, alayhim, will be on them, wala, and not, they, yahzun, will grieve. Jannah is a fair and equal opportunity destinations for everyone who work for it. The only conditions are submit to Allah and be a muhsan, mean the good doer. No other way. Jannah is a serious target. One needs to be totally dedicated to achieving it. Feel the jubilations of a Mohsen who will be awarded Jannah on the day of judgment. Mohsen is from Ihsan, to do the best. You can't be a good doer unless you allow the Sunnah. You follow the Sunnah, the way shown by the Prophet ﷺ. Two great rewards are mentioned for the one who submits to Allah and is a Mohsen. No fear for what is to coming in the hereafter, and no grief for what he is left for the losses of the past. Evaluate, check the intentions while doing good deeds. Is there any show off in them? Am I happy when people praise me for good deeds? Or sad when people ignore? Am I doing all the deeds according to the Sunnah, even though the intention might be pure? Let's take a hadith here. It was narrated from the Abu al-Shaddad bin Awaz that the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the wise man is the one who takes account of himself and strives for that which is after death. And the helpless man is the one who follows his own whims when indulges in wishful thinking about the Allah. Alim, please kindly somebody revise it.
I can do, sir.
Okay, you can. Yes, Fatima.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Bala, yes, man aslama, whoever submits, wajhahu lillahi, his face to Allah, wa huwa muhsinun, and he is a good doer, falahu ajruhu, so for him is his reward, in the Rabbi, with his Lord. Allah khawfun, and no fear, alayhim, will be on them, Allahum, and not they, yahzanun, will grieve.
Yes, brother Mustafa, you can also revise. You have raised the hand.
Okay, sir. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bala, yes. Man aslama wajhahu lillah, whoever submits his face to Allah, wa huwa muhsinun, and he is a good doer, falahu, so for him, ajrahu inda rabbih, is his reward with his Lord. وَلَا خَوْفٌ, and no fear, عَلَيْهِمْ, will be on them, وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, and not they will grieve.
Good. Let's to proceed for the lessons once again. The lesson learned from these ayahs, mere wishful thinkings does not take advantage.
Bismillah.
The conditions to enter the Jannah are to have ikhlas or sincerity and to perform the deeds according to the Sunnah. Let's to pray. Oh Allah, help us to become muhsinun and make a plan. Inshallah, I will always check my actions and make sure that follow the Sunnah. The asma coming in the ayah, umniyah, plural is amani. Burhan, plural is barahin. Wajha, plural is wujuh. And ajra, ajar, or ajur, ujur is the plural. Let's to see the three letters on verb. Fataha, sorry. Sadaka, yasduku, usduk, sadikun, masdukun, sidkun. Sadal kaf is the root letter, bab is nasara. Here it has come sadikin. From sadik, mean the file, sadikun and sadikin is the plural, jama sad. Ajara, yajuru, ujur, ajirun, majurun, ajrun. Hamza jim ra is the root letter, bab is nasara. Here is ajru, ajru is masdar, it's an ism. Hazina, yahzanu, ihzan, hazinun, mahzunun, hazun. Hazanun is the root letter, bab is samya. Here it is yahzanun, mudare. Yahzanun is the plural. So this is the sadaqah table. If somebody can revise it or do this table, yes. Okay, Sister
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, walaikum salam. Yes, Sister Sumera.
The whole table?
Without translation, okay.
Okay. Sadaqa, sadaku, sadaqta, sadaqtu, sadaqtum, sadaqna, sadaqat. Yasduqu, yasduquna, tasduqu, asduqu, tasdaquna, nasduqu, tasduqu. Usduq, usduqu, la tasduqu, la tasduqu. Siddiq, masduq, sorry. Sidqun.
Usduku, la tasduku, sadikun, masdukun, sidkun. They remember the amr and nahi. They are without any sign at the last letter. Usduk, la tasduk. Okay. The next table is with us, I think, ajara. Ajara, ajaru, ajarta, ajartu, ajartum, ajarna, ajarat. Yajuru, yajuruna, tajuru, ajuru, tajruna, najuru, tajru. Ujur, ujuru, la tajur, la tajuru, ajirun, majurun, ajrun. The next is hazina. Yes, if somebody can do this table.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Yes, sister. Please go ahead.
Hazina, hazinu, hazinta, hazintu, hazintum, hazinna, hazinat, yahzanu, yahzanuna, tahzanu, ahzanu, tahzanuna, nahzanu, tahzanu, ihzanu, la tahzan, la tahzanu, hazinun, mahzunun, haznun.
Good. Let's go for the weak verb, the hamza verb, and the repeater. Among them is the qala, yaqulu, kul, qailun, maqawlun, qawlun, kawawlam is the rural bab. It's not surah. Okay. The next is kana, yakunu, kun, kainun, dash, kaunun, kawawnun is the rural. Again, bab, not surah. Khafa, yakhafu, khaf, khaif, makhawf, khawf. Ha, Wa, Fa is the ruler, and it is Bab Samia. So this is a caller table. Kala, kalu, kulta, kultu, kultum, kulna, kalat, yakulu, yakuluna, takulu, akulu, takuluna, nakulu, takulu, kul kulu, la takul, la takulu, kailun, makaudun, kaul. Kana, kanu, kunta, kuntu, kuntu, kuluna, kanat, yakunu, yakununa, takunu, akunu, takununa, nakunu, takunu, kun, kunu, la takun, laka, takunu, kainun, dash, next is khafa. Yes, if somebody can revise the table, khafa.
Khafa,
Yeah.
Okay, please go ahead.
khafa, khafu, khifta, khiftu, khiftum, khifna, khafat, takhafu, takhafuna,
No, no, no,
takhafu,
no. No, no, no. This is not takhafu. It is
takhafu.
yakhafu.
Yakhafuna, takhafu,
Yes.
akhafu, takhafuna, nakhafu, takhafu, khafu, la tahaf, la takhafu, khaif, khaifun, mahufun, khawfun, khifatun.
Khifatu. Okay. Yes, Sister Fatima, you were also unmuted. If you want, you can revise the same table.
Okay, sir. Bismillah. Khafa, khafu, khifta, khiftu, khiftum, khifna, khafat. Yakhafu, yakhafuna, takhafu, akhafu, takhafuna, nakhafu, takhafu, khaf. Khafu, la takhaf, la takhafu, khaif, makhuf, khawfun, or khifa.
Khifatu.
Bab Samia.
Yes, this you have to remember because its pattern is quite different. Only the thing which help you is this third letter when you find a kasra here. Normally, Samia have a kasra here on third letter, but this is not like that. So you have to memorize it. Khafa, yakhafu, khaf, ram, bab, Samia. Okay. So let's go for the mazid fi. Among the aslama, yuslimu, aslim, muslimun, muslimun, islamun. Sin lamim is the root letter, bab is a fall. Here the aslama is used. Ahsana, yusinu, ahsin, mosinun, mosanun, ihsan. The hasin nun is the root letter, bab is again ifal, aslama pattern. So this is the aslama table. Yes, if somebody like to revise it, okay. Okay, Sister Sumaira Bashir.
Aslama, aslamu, aslamta, aslamtu, aslamtum, aslamna, aslamat. Yuslimu, yuslimuna, tuslimu, uslimu, tuslimuna, naslimu, tuslimu. Aslimu, aslimu, la tuslim, la tuslimu, muslimun, muslim, muslim, Islam.
Please revise the Amar once again.
Okay. Aslim, aslimu, la tuslim, la tuslimu.
No, you have become
Muslimu.
You have
Okay.
become the conscious, so you didn't make the mistake. Earlier you say
That-
Aslamu.
Thank you, sir. All right.
No, look, this is a very important table. So I ask you to revise, you people. Look, here in the Mahdi, when there are four letters, any form, when in the Mahdi first form you see four letters, either it is Rubai, actually four letters, just like Burhan, or it may be Mazid Fi, just like this case. When there are four letters, their Mudare always will take Dhamma. Allama, four letter. Mudaris, yu'allimu, yu'allimuna, tu'allimu, yu'allimu, all are taking them. Aslama, four letter. Yuslimu, yuslimu, and tuslimu, sab taking, all taking that. Hasaba, 4 letter. Yuhasibu, yuhasibuna, tuhasibu, 4 letter. So when there is 4 letter verb, mean 4 letter appears in the first form of the Mahdi. Either its original 4 letter or it may be the 4 letter of Mazid fi, the mudare of they all will come. That is the one. Second, aslama is from babi ifal. In grammar, there are 6 basic verbs. 6 basic verbs. Among them is the fataha, nasara, darabas, samia, and karuma and hasiba. And there are almost 18 babs of mazid fi of that. Out of them, 8 bab is in your courses and syllabuses because Quran has used them. All these babs, whatever the verb comes, amar, if required hamza, the hamza will come with either dhamma or kasra. No fatha. In all cases, except babi ifal. Babi ifal when comes, any verbs from babi ifal when come, the hamza will be must or mandatory in the amr. Either required or not required. That doesn't matter. There will be hamza, and that hamza will have a fatha. To show that it belongs to a babi ifal, hamza with fatha is the sign. If you see in amr, any amr having hamza with fatha, that verb must come from babi. Look, aslama, yuslimu, aslim with dhamma. Look, the 4 letter. Allama, yu'allimu, allim. Hamza is not there because not required. Hasaba, yuhasibu, hasib. Hamza is not required there. But in case of this, aslama, yuslimu, it's not salim. It's aslim. Hamza must come. So these are the 2 important points regarding the babi ifal and the 4 letter appearing in the first mazi form. Now asana is again is a 4 letter. Again is babi ifal. Look the amr, ahsin, hamza with fatah. Ahsana, ahsanu, ahsanta, ahsantu, ahsantum, ahsanna, ahsanat. Yuhsinu, yuhsinuna, tuhsinu, uhsinu, tuhsinuna, nusinu, tuhsinu. Ahsin, ahsanun, la tuhsin, la tuhsin. Muhsinun, muhsanun, ahsan. So these are the 2 points you must remember when in Mazi some verb first form appears 4 letter, either its original Rubai or is from Silasi Mazid. This Mudare will take Dhamma in all forms. And if it's from Babi Fal, its Amr will take Hamza, always Hamza, with Fatah, 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 Fatah. Now look the words coming on the pattern of choppers and the hammers. Lan yadkhula is giving a Fatah. So it's choppers because it's a changed the Dhamma into Fatah. What are the more? Li, lan, an, hatta. They all do that. And look the next. In the chopper has not come in this bar. Let's proceed the grammar. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to understand Al-Quran the easy way course 5 page 16 pointer D grammar. Today we will study the first pair, the prepositions with the noun. We see the grammar has 2 parts, surf and noun. Surf is the grammar part which concerned with the constructions of the words from the letters. Just like through 3 root letter fa'il lam, you make so many words fa'il, fail, faltum, yafaluna, fal. Even complete tables. And when these words are constructed in surf, then they are rejoined to make either pairs or the sentences finally. That part is called naf. It's not nahu, it's naf. Wow is silent. So al-baytu kabir. Al-bayt is a one word, kabir is another. When they join, a sentence is formed. خلق الله الأرض في يومين. خلق is a word, Allah is a word, ard is a word. في يومين is a pair. Pair and these words when joined, they give a sentence. كان هذا بيت كبير. كان is a word, هذا is a word, بيتا is a word, كبيرة is a word. بيت كبيرة is a pair even. They all joining making some sentence. إن ذلك البيت بيت الله. Inna is a word. Zalika is a word. Al-Bayt is a word. Bayt is a word. Allah is a word. When they join, they make a sentence. This is called now the grammar part. We so far learned 4 types of sentences. One is called Jumla Ismiya or the nominal sentence. The example was Allahu. 2 nouns come. One is proper noun, other is common noun. The first noun is called Mubtada, second is called the Khabar. And both are in the state of Raf, mean having Dhamma or Dhammatan. The second type of sentence was with Inna. When the Inna enters in this Jumla Ismiya, it changes. But Inna Allah Ghafur. Now the first noun is called now Ismu Inna. Second is called Khabrun. Ismu Inna is always mansub, having fatah. And the khabar is always marfu, having dhamma or dhammatan. The next was kana sentence. When the kana enter on jumla ismiya, it converts it to inna Allah ghafur. Inna Allah. Look, Allah is now rafa, mean the having the dhamma, and the ghafurun has mansub or nas having fatah. So kana sentence, the first ism is called ismu kana, second is called khabru kana. Ismu kana is always marfu, khabru kana is always mansub. The fourth type of sentence we studied was jumla failure, mean the verbal sentence, which start with the verb or the fi'l. Just like khalaqallahul arda. Khalaqa is the verb, Allah is the fa'il coming as a marfu, and al arda is the maf'ul bihi coming as a mansub. So the jumla failure may have fail and file, maybe have fail, file and maf'ul, maybe have fail, file, maf'ul and something related, maybe jar majur, maybe mudaf, mudaf leh, or maybe something else in that extra. So jumla ismiya is called the nominal sentence. Jumla failure is called the verbal sentence. There are some structures called the compound or the murakkabat. What are they? 4 pairs are in your syllabus. First pair is called murakkab jari. Actually, it's jar and with the first jar and follow with the ismu majroor. The example is fil kitabi. Fi is a harf jar. We studied in QC1. Al kitab is a ism and majroor. So fil kitabi is a jar majroor, or we can say murakkab jar. The second pair is called murakkab tawsifi or the sifa pair. It also has 2 parts. One is mausuf, that is a ism, and second sifa, that is also ism. The example is just like kitabun karimun. The sifa pair, both the ism are matching in 4 aspects. In number, look, kitab single and kareem is a single. Second, in gender, kitab is a masculine and the kareem is a masculine. Third, in status, kitab is a nakra common noun, kareem is a nakra common. Fourth, in Arab, look, kitabun have a rafa, kareem. When 2 ism, they are similar in these 4 aspects: number, gender, kind, and status. Then we say they are pair of sifa, or we can say murakkab tawsifi. The first ism is called mausuf or ma'nut, and the second is called sift or naat. In grammar, we call naat manut. In common language, we can say mausuf and sifa. The third type of pair is called murakkab shari. It is also 2 ism. The first ism is called mushar, the second is called mushar ilay. Just like that. Hazal kitabu. Haza is a ism ishara, that is mushar. Followed by a ism marfa, proper noun, al kitab. Then it is called mushar ilayh. So mushar and mushar ilayh are the ism ishara followed by a proper noun. Is called murakkabe ishari. The fourth type of pair is called murakkabe idafi. It also have two ism. The first ism is called mudaf, the second is called mudaf. The example is kitabullah. Kitab is also ism. Allah is kitabullah is the mudaf. So what is mudaf? Such a noun or ism which is light, khafif, no alif, no tal, and followed by a ism which is majroor, just like Allah, the ism Allah is here, majroor having kasra. So and this second ism is called mudaf. So mudaf and mudaf when join make a compound. So these are the things which we have to cover in this QC5. Jumla ismiya, jumla fi'liya, then we will have the jar majroor pair, then the sifa pair, then the ism ishara pair, and then the relation pair. Dr. Saab has not used this term in your class syllabus to make or keep them easy. He calls them the harf jar pair, the sifa pair, the ism ishara pair, and the relation pair. But actually their names are murakkabe jari, murakkabe tawsifi, murakkabe ishari, murakkabe dafi. Even he has not talked about that jar, majroor, mawsuf, sift, or naat, manut, or mushar, alayh, mudaf, mudaf. He has not used it. He don't want to make you off it. But we are not worried about that. We will repeat so much that until unless when you reach in QC6, you will be knowing this term. Instead of teaching these terms there, I want you should pick them. It's nothing, only 4 pairs, their names. Okay, today we are going to stop murakkabe jari. It's called the jar compound, jar compound. Murakkabe tawsifi called the attributes compound. Murakkabe ishari is called the pointing point compound. Murakkabe idafi can say the relation compound. Today we will study only this first pair. What is called harf jar pair or murakkabe jari. Look, there is a word fi harf jar. We have studied in QC1. You learn 7 harf jar in QC1. What were they? Li, min, an, bi, fi, ala, and ila. Of course, we studied mind with them, but they were not the they were ism. Quran has used only 11 harf jar. 7 you knew from QC1. Only 4 are left. If you remember them 4, you will complete the series of harf jar. Among them is the ka, wa, hatta, and fa. We will learn them. Okay, sifa pair, it is the answer of who, how. If you put a question, how? Baytun kabirun. How it is? Baytun kabirun, a big house. It answered the question how. It is called the sifa pair. The second is which one? You say Baytun kabirun. If I ask which one, you have to write zalikal baytun, that one. So it is the ism ishara pair. It's answered the question which one. If I ask the question whose house, you will say Baytullah, the Allah's house. So these 3 questions, how, which one, and whose, answer these 3 pairs, sifa, ishara, and relations. We will learn one by one. Today we are just going the first one. Let's to concentrate on that. The haruf jar which you learn in QC1, they were li, min, an, bi, fi, ala, ila. If you have forgotten, please freshen your memories. And we learned so far fil ardi. Fi is harf jar followed ism majroor. The most frequently used pair in Musaf is this harf jar. Look, B is a harf jar. I want to join with the ism Allah. It will be billahi. The word Allah will become, the word Allah become majroor, having kasra. There is a word fi. If I join it with ard, so it will be fil, ardi. Ard will become majroor, having kasra below the last letter. Li. If I've joined with something, lil muslimin. Now I ask here one question. We studied Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. Muslimuna was made from the Dhamma letter. Muslimina was made from the Fatha letters. Muslimina was made with the Jar letter. If I ask you, Lil Muslimina, is this Muslimina is the Nas or the Jar? How you will identify or how you will answer what it is? Is Raf or Nas? Yes.
It is jar.
How it is done, why it is, what is the proof, what is, how you, on what basis you are saying it's jar?
Because of the lam li.
La li is nothing. You have
Harf jar.
jar. If
Harf jar.
any ism, and remember, after harf jar is always there is a ism. Nothing comes after harf jar. Second, and that ism is always majroor, mean in the state of majroor. It doesn't mean it will have a kasra. At times you will see there is no kasra. There will be fatah, just like li Ibrahim. Ibrahima does not show the kasra because it does not take the kasra. It's ghair munsib. So it will show that it is in the state of jar because li harf jar is before. We will say Ibrahima is in the state of jar, though it is showing the fatah. So this fatah kasra, they does not matter. Matter what is before that noun. If it is harf jar, that noun is must in the state of jar. Okay. Take another example. Min. Min is a harf jar, of course. If I say minal mu'minin, you have learned in QCN, mu'minuna was from Dhamma, mu'minina was from Fatah, mu'minina was with Kasra. So how you will say it's not the Raf, it's not the Raf, it's not the Nas, it's a Jar. Al-Mu'minina is in Nas or Jar?
Jar.
Why?
Due to the harf jar, min.
Presence of harf jar in front of it. And this is a rule of grammar. After harf jar, there will be always ism, and that will be majroor. It doesn't mean he will have a kasra. It may be having any other sign. Look, al-mu'minina, there is no kasra. Noon is showing fatah. Muslimina, there is no kasra. Noon is showing fatah. But still it is in the state of jar. Because harf jar is in front of. Remember in grammar, the jar state only two reasons. One, a harf jar before ism. Secondly, a mudaf before it. And the ism is mudaf. Then they are in jar. There is no third reason. Yes, for joining something, if you give up kasra, that is temporary kasra. That's not the original. Okay. Muslimun. Raf, because it's Abdamatan. It's the origin. And the sign is the standing finger. Musliman or Muslima. It's Nas because Fatatan is there. Its sign is the lying finger. Muslimin, Majroor, the jar state, because it's showing the kasratan. And its sign is the bowing or dawning finger. Straight, lay, and down. Finger. These are the signs. Raf, Nas, Jar. Raf, Nas, Jar. Dhamma, Fatah, Kasra. Dhamma, Fatah, Kasra. Dhammatan, Fatatan, Kasra. Whatsoever. I have got a word today. Now look, somebody gave me a word Muslim. I don't know the sign on meme. It may be Dhamma Dhammatan. It may be have Fatah Fatatan. It may be a Kasra. I don't know. The moment I joined with the word Li, the word become automatically Li Muslim. Whatever the state it be. If it was Muslimun, join Li, it become Li Muslim. If it was Musliman with the Fatah, Li Muslim. If it was Muslimin, Jar, again Li Muslim. It means when the harf-jar joined with a noun, it takes straightway into the jar. Okay, there is another word, momin. I don't know. It's have dhammatan, fatatan, kasratan, whatever. I don't know. I just want to join the li. If I join li with this, what will be the new word?
لمؤمن
Lil mominin. Lil mominin, because lil mominin is the jar state. Okay, Saleh. Let's join the li. What will be the next word? Li Salihin, having the kasrat. Okay, Nasir. Let's join li.
لناصر
Li Nasir. Why we put the double kasra? Because they are all having no alif lam. Normally they have double dhamma, double fatha, double kasra. So they kept that sign. Okay, let's have the single dhamma. Al-Muslim. Why single dhamma? Because alif lam does not permit the tanween to stay with it. It hit the tanween and leave only one dhamma. And it's the original sign is that. Al-Muslima, one fatha. Why? Because alif lam does not permit the tanween. So it becomes the affected state. Al-Muslimi, the jar state, harfi. Let's to join them. Li, I got a word al-Muslimi. I don't know if I have a dhamma, fatha, kasra on m. Meme. I have to join the li. If I join the li, so word will be al. Yes. Lil. Lil.
مسلمي
Lil
للمسلم
Muslimi. Me will take the kasra. Al-Mominu. Let's to join the li. What will be the new word?
للمؤمن
Lil Momini. As-Salih. Let's join the li.
للصالح
Liswali, one kasra. Why one kasra? Because it's alif lam word. An-Nasi. Let's leave. Lin-Nasi. No, we got the answer. When the noun is a common noun, we give the double kasra. When the noun is a proper noun, we give a single kasra. Because alif lam does not permit the dhammatan, fatatan, kasratan. It accepts the single dhamma, single fatha, single kasra. Okay. B is a harf. Let's to join a word isme jalala Allah. If I join the isme jalala Allah B, what will be the word composed?
بالله
Billahi. Let's li is a harf jar and join it with the isme jalala Allah. What will be the new word?
لله
Lillahi. Min is a harf jar. Let's join it with the isme jalala.
من الله
Minallahi. Fi. Let's to join it with isme jalala Allah.
في الله
Illahi. Ilah. It's a harf jar. Join it with the isme jalala Allah.
إلى الله
Now you can see we, li, min, fi, ila, they are harf followed by a ism majroor. Whatsoever the ism may be, it will be in the state of jar.
جر
Allah is a harf. Let's join it with ism jalala. Allah.
على الله
Allah. Okay. We have done this table. Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, Rabbuka, Rabbi, Rabbukum, Rabbuna, Rabbuha. Let's join the B with them. The moment we join B, it becomes Bi Rabbihi. بِرَبِّهِمْ بِرَبِّكَ بِرَبِّي بِرَبِّكُمْ بِرَبِّنَا بِرَبِّيَا. Now look, it was Rabbuhu, Rabbuhu, Rabbu. This was Rabbu, 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 Rabbu. Only this Rabbi was one. Now they all have come the kasra. Rabbi, 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 Rabbi. Why? Because harf jar is before them. So they all had turned into jar. Bi Rabbihi, Bi Rabbihim, Bi Rabbika, Bi Rabbi, Bi Rabbikum, Bi Rabbina, Bi Rabbi. Let's have another example. Min. Let's to join, conjugate the min with this table, same table. Now this become Min Rabbihi, Min Rabbihim, Min Rabbika, Min Rabbi, Min Rabbikum, Min Rabbina, Min Rabbi. Before it was Rabbohu, Rabbohum, Rabbo, Rabbi, Rabbokum, Rabbuna, Rabbuna, all having Dhamma except this Rabbi. No, all having Kasra. No exception. Okay. Dunihi. It's a Dunihi, Dune, whatever that was. Let's to join. Min Dunihi, Min Dunihim, Min Dunika, Min Duni, Min Dunikum, Min Dunina. All Duni has came taking the Kasra because Min Harf Jar is in front. Qabl. Actually, the word is Qablu. But when it come after the harf jar, it become qabli. Min qablihi, min qablihim, min qablika, min qabli, min qablikum, min qablina, min qabli. All are taking kasra, 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 kasra. Why? Harf jar is in front of. Qablu has changed into qabli. Badi. It's actually is badu. But now it's become min badihi, min badihim, min badika, min badi, min badikum, min badina, min badi. All badi, 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 badi taking kasra. Why? Min is before them. Now let's to look on our workbook. This question is already present in the grammar, in the book. You can find the translation. Man kana hudan wa nasara, who is a Jews or a Christian? Hatu burhanakum, bring your proof. Bala man aslama wajillah, yes, whoever submit his face. The plural, they are also given in the book. Umniya, Mani, Burhan, Burhanin, and Waju, Waju, and the same way, Ajar, Aju. 6 keys, they are also given in the book. You can see the Sadaka, Ajara, Hasina, Qala, Kana, Khafa, Aslama, Asana from here. Yes, this is the grammar part. Write the names and examples of the 4 important types of sentences which you have studied. We have studied which 4 types of sentences. What is the first type of sentence? Jumla Ismiya. Jumla Ismiya. The example is Allahu. The next is Jumla of Inna. Or you can say Jumla Failure. Okay. Khalaqallahu. Jumla Inna. With Inna, Inna Allah. Jumla of Kana, Kana Allah. So you have learned them, you can do it. Generally, what happens to the noun when it comes after any preposition? Yes, now you can reply me. What happens to the noun when it comes after a harf jar?
It becomes mazroor.
It becomes majroor. Majroor doesn't mean it must be have a kasra. In majority cases it have kasra, but sometimes it does not have kasra. Just I say Lil Ibrahim, min Ibrahim. Okay. The noun will be in jar state when it comes after the preposition. Underline the preposition in the words given below. Lil Muslimi. Which letter is the harf jar in it?
Li.
Li. Okay. Ilal Muslimi. Which one is the harf jar in this?
Ila.
Fil Momini. Which one is the harf jar?
Fi. Fi.
Billahi. Which one is the harf jar?
Fi.
Minas Sali. Which one is the harf jar?
Min.
Al Nasiri. Which one is the harf jar?
Ala.
You all know them. Okay. Remember, fields are divided in different type and different pattern. One pattern is that it is divided into transitive and intransitive. What is transitive and intransitive? The fail falls into lazim or intransitive, and the mutadim in the transitive. What was lazim and mutadim? The fail lazim does not require a direct object, and the fail mutadi does. It requires those verbs which does not require a maf'ul or the object. We call they are lazim. The example is of lazim. If I say zahaba, he went. It does not require a maf'ul there should be. Zahaba, he went. It's complete. Jalasa, he said. No maf'ul is required. But when I say akala, he ate, for the act of eating, there must be something which should be eaten. Then the act will be complete. And that thing which is eaten is called object or maf'ul. That is, so we say akala is a mutadi verb because it requires a maf'ul. There is a verb daraba. He hit. He can't hit until there is something to be hitted. An act cannot be completed without hitting something. So the daraba needs some maf'ul. Until is there a maf'ul, the daraba action cannot be completed. Katala, he killed. He needs a maf'ul that should be there to complete the action of the killing. And that is the object. Now you understand the difference between the lazim and the mutadi, the transitive and the intransitive verbs. Those verbs which need an object called mutadi, they are mutadi, mean transitive. And those who don't need the maf'ul, they are called intransitive or lazim. The example of lazim, I say zahaba, jalasa, raja'a. But if I say kataba, he wrote, he can't do the writing act without the maf'ul. He needs something with or on should be something written. So that is called. But if I say kara'a, he can have verbally kara, as the imam does in the prayers. He's not
He
watching
recited. He recited, right?
He recited the English word, but in Arabic we say kara, ikra from. So the difference between the lazim and mutadi, lazim does not require a maf'ul. Without maf'ul, the action can be done with only the fa'il. But in the case of the mutadi, the transitive, you need a maf'ul or object. Until unless there is an object, that action cannot be completed. Just like katala, just like kata. Kata means cutting. To cut, there should be something cut. You can't cut verbally. Okay. Yes, in sense of understanding, you can say, I cut the relations. But actually, true speaking, when we say kata, to cut something, to cut physically something. Okay. The next today is the, I'm sorry, we are taking few minutes more. I apologize for that. Asma'i Khamsa. There are 5 nouns in the Arabic which I'll call Asma'i Khamsa. Their Arab is not Dhamma Fatha Kasra. Their Arab does not shown by Dhamma Fatha Kasra. Among them, Abun, Akhun, Famun, Hamun, Zum. You will say, you say no Fatah Dhamma Kasra and you are showing the Tanween. Okay, let's see. Abun actually come when we say Abun is a ism, but its Rafa is Abu. Akhun is a ism, but its Rafa is Akhu. Hamu, Fu, Zu. Their waw is representing this Dhamma. Their nasb is Aba, Akha, Hama, Fa, Za. Alif is replacing the Fatah. Abi, Akhi, Hi, Hami, Fi, Zi. This Ya is representing the Jar Kasra. So these five nouns, when they come in the state of rough nasjar, they don't come in this state. They come Abu, Aba, Abi, Aku, Akha, Akhi, Hamu, Ama, Ami, Fu, Fa, Fi, Zu, Zazi. And their rafa sign is Wow, their nas sign is Alif, their jar sign is Ya. And they are called Asma'i Khamsa. Let's go for the easy part. Tilka manihum, that is their wishful thinking. Hatu burhanakum, bring your proof. Just dash or not enough to enter Jannah. What? Claims, belief, wishful thinking, deeds without belief, all are correct. Jannah is destination for anyone who worked for it. A fair opportunity, equal opportunity, serious target, lost, all are correct. Man aslama wajhahu lillahi, whoever submits his face to Allah. Wa huwa muhsin, and he is a good doer. Two great rewards are mentioned for the one who submits to Allah and is a muhsin, and that is no fear and no grief. Fi'l mudari of hazina is yahzanu. Ism fa'il of khafa is khaif. Umniya, plural will be amani. Write four important types of sentence we have studied. Jumla ismiya, jumla fe'liya, jumla with inna, jumla with kana. All the four are correct. Example with harf jar is fil ardi. Ismu ishara example is zalikal baytu. Sifa pair is baytun kabirun. Example with showing relation sentence is baytullahi. Ishara describes by which one. And how can you describe showing the relation? By question, whose. How can you describe sifa with the question, how? Yad'una ila al-khair, they call towards good. Falakum ajrun azim, so far you all is a good reward. 7 homeworks known to you, 2 of tilawah, 2 of studying group, 1 listening the concise MP3 recording, talk to your study partner, and recite different surah and ayahs in her. And you are chosen always. Pray for your Rabb and for your coursemate. Let's to pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdihi. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. Allah Hafiz. If you people have any question, your questions are welcome.